good job, Toothless. Good job. Did you see Brody, who's the dragon, Toothless, get that toy? It was great. Good morning, everyone. Wow. It is week. I feel like there's a spider web on me again. It is week number 5 of our virtual math classroom. Week number 5. We are flying into it like the flock of the dragons from How to Train Your Dragon. Wow. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Miss Mel and Ms. Evanny's virtual math classroom. We are here today to continue to build our subtraction knowledge, and we are going to learn 2 different types of word problems. We're going to learn takeaway word problems and comparing word problems. They are different. We are going to dive into the differences and solve some of our word problems and equations using open number lines. I'm excited, as usual. Welcome. I hope you had a good week. I hope you have enjoyed the last 4 weeks of lessons, going into number 5 right now. We are in the office again today. We started off outside. You can see the dogs are there. They're playing outside. Those are my dragons. There they go. And we are in the office again. Virtual expectations apply. If you need a snack, if you gotta go catch your dragon, go do it. If you gotta go ride a bike, go run outside, go fly, go do whatever. This can be done at your leisure. We just ask that you do this lesson before the other lesson, you do this lesson after you've done all the other lessons, because remember, they build. So, without further ado, let's get into our new math lesson. See you guys in the virtual PowerPoint. I'm excited, as usual. Good morning again, Dragon Trainers in Training. Welcome to the virtual PowerPoint lesson number 5 for Miss Mel and Miss Evanny's virtual classroom. Week number 5, and I'm still loving my Apple Pen. Let's do this. Okay, here's our learning target for today. Today, we will learn how to solve takeaway and comparing subtraction problems using open number lines. Let's do this. First up, we have takeaway problems. Okay, I just gotta move my pen. Let's read this problem together. Mel had $75. Oops, this should say she spent 15. Proper. Good pronouns are good for when we're typing. Everyone makes mistakes, right? Helps our brain grow. Let's start over. Mel had $75. She spent $15. How much money does she have left? I'm sorry, guys. I guess it's maybe a little bit too early. How much money does she have left? Okay. We call these takeaway problems because something is being taken away from the starting number. Something is being taken away from the starting number. I started with $75 and I spent $15. It's like a takeout. It's like takeout dinner. Something is being taken away. The food is leaving the restaurant and coming to you. Something is changing from the starting number. Okay, let's solve this problem with an open number line. Where do we start? Here are our 3 central questions again. Where do we start? Well, we start at 75. What jumps do we make? Well, remember, we know how to split into 10s and 1s. We split our 15 into 10 and 5. So we hop back our 10s to get to 65. And then we hop back that 5 that's left to get to 60. So where do we end up? We end up at 60. And what equation can we write for this problem? 75 minus 15 equals 60. Everyone see that? Nice job. So, in takeaway problems, there's always a change, like I talked about. There's always a change. The change in a takeaway problem with money could be spending. I spent $15 on a takeout meal from my favorite Indian restaurant. I could lose money. I had $75 and then I lost $15. Or giving money. I had $75 and I lent my big brother, Steve, $15. In this problem, I spent some money. The amount is different than the starting amount. A change happens. So that's why I like to think about this as like a takeout dinner. Something is moving. There's moving parts to it. Something is changing. Nothing is Nothing is stagnant. Nothing is staying exactly the same. Comparing problems. Green apple, red apple. This is a different kind of problem. We had takeaway, now we have comparing. So, Mel has $29. Nikki has $30. What is the difference between the two amounts of money? In this problem, no money is spent or lost. No action is taken. Nothing is moving. There's no moving parts. We have to compare two amounts of money by finding the difference between them. We have to compare. Mel has $29. Nikki has $30. I'm not spending anything. Nikki isn't spending anything. We're not losing anything. We're just comparing the two. We want to find the difference between the amount of money we have. We have to find the difference. So, Alexander has $29. Oh, this should say my name. Sorry, guys. Mel has $29. Nikki has $30. What is the difference between the two amounts of money? These numbers are easy. What is the difference between $29 and $30? Thank you. Yes, everyone, I heard you through the screen. It's $1. That's the difference. Watch as I show you this with an open number line. I know how much money each of us has, so I can write both numbers. So I have 29 and Nikki has 30. The 1 tells the difference between 29 and 30. The answer is 1. Here, I can actually add up. So the 1 tells the difference between 29 and 30. I can take a jump up of 1. To go from 29 to 30, I go up 1. Notice that the answer is the jump number. Here is the answer. It's the jump number, which is the distance between 29 and 30 on an open number line. This is the distance, which is also the difference between the numbers. So my equation here would be 29 plus 1 equals 30. That's my answer here. Right here is my answer. That's the difference. You can also solve this a different way, making a line. Watch as I draw another open number line for this problem. This time I'll jump from 30 back to 29. So I start at 30. I can put my two numbers there because I know what they are. Then I'm finding that difference. I can take a hop backwards of 1. The answer is the jump number still. The distance between 29 and 30 on an open number line. The answer is still 1, whether we're adding up or subtracting down. So this equation would still be, could be 29 plus 1, but to represent this problem, we have 30 minus 1 equals 29. But our answer, the difference, is still that 1. The difference or distance is 1. It doesn't matter whether I jump forward or backward. Either way, it's 1. Doesn't matter. Either way, it's 1. Okay, let's do some more comparing problems. We are going to compare amounts of money, ages, lengths, and weights. I need to move my pen. I'm going to go to blue. Oh, Miss Evanny's making an appearance. Yes. Evanny has $55. Mel has $68. What is the difference between the two amounts of money? Okay, let's figure out the difference between 55 and 68 by figuring out the distance. So we want to figure out the difference, which is also the distance. It's like the distance you live from. If this is your house, here's your house, it's the grass, and here is McKinley Elementary. This would represent the distance. The distance. So you're finding the distance on an open number line between the two numbers. I just need that space, so let's erase. Very good. Okay. So let's find the distance between them on an open number line. It's okay to take more than one jump. We can take more than one jump in either direction. Let's see it. I'll use green right now. Okay. So I'm going to first find the distance going up. So I know my two numbers. I have 55 and 68. Let's find the distance between the two. I'm going to take a hop up 5 to get me to that friendly number 60. Okay? Then, or you know what? I actually changed my mind. I'm going to do something else. I want to take a whole hop of 10. I'm going to do a hop of 10 to get me to 65. Then, I know 65, I need to get to 68. I'm going to take another jump of 3. There we go. So my equation would be 55 plus, what's the distance? What's that number? That's our answer. The distance, and the difference is 10 plus 3. We know is 13. Plus 13 equals 68. And that is our answer. We can also do it a different way. Let's use pink, and we're going to put our 68 down, and we're going to put our 55, and let's go the other way. Let's take a hop back of 10 to get me to 58, and a hop back of 3. Do you see how it's still the same? The answer is still the same, whether you're hopping forwards or backwards. Now we have 68 minus 13 equals 55. It can go either way. The answer to the question is the total amount of jumps. The total amount of jumps. I'm going to say it again. Total amount of your jumps. Remember, nothing is being changed. Nothing is taken. We're just finding the difference, the distance. So what is the difference between the two amounts of money? It's 13. Nice job. Okay. We could also, another way of asking this, we could also ask ourselves, how much less money does Evanny have? Because this is a smaller amount. How much less money does Evanny have? Or how much more money does Mel have? Those are different ways of asking how to find the difference. New problem. Mel is, I want to get a different color going on. There we go. Mel is 10 years old. It's your age probably, guys. Evanny is 62 years old. She's older. What is the difference between their ages? This is another comparing problem. It is not a takeaway problem because no action or change is happening. We are just comparing ages. It's not like I stole years from Miss Evanny, or she stole years from me. It's just comparing two numbers. So we could do this either way. What's another question or another way we could ask this? Well, think for a second. Let's try and use the word younger. It's another way we can ask this question. How much younger is Mel than Evanny? What about older? How much older is Miss Evanny than Mel? Now let's solve this using an open number line. First, let's add up again. So we know we can start with 62 and 10. Okay, remember the difference is the total amount our jumps come to be. So I want to get from 10 to 62. I'm going to take one big hop of 50. That gets me to 60. Take a smaller hop of plus 2. The difference is the total amount of jumps. So we have 10 plus 52 equals 62. Let's do it the other way now. We have 62 and 10. I'm going to take a big hop backwards because we can do that too of 50. Gets me to, where are we, 12. Take a hop backwards of 2 to get me to 10. So now we have 62 minus 52 equals 10. Remember, our answer is just the amount that the hops come out to be. New problem, comparing pears and apples. Okay, we're not going to solve this one. I'm going to wait on it a second, but we really want to think about another way we could ask this. All right, there's How to Train Your Dragon. There's Toothless. Woo! Mel weighs 64 pounds. The dragon weighs 85 pounds. What is the difference between their weights? This is a comparing problem. Nothing is changing. What's another way we can ask this? What's another way we can compare the weights? How much heavier, think about all that vocabulary now, how much heavier is the dragon, or how much lighter is Mel? That's another way we can ask this. How much heavier is the dragon, and how much lighter is Mel? Let's do another one. I think this one might have to do with, nice job, guys. Yes, Pokemon, I knew it. Mel has 67 Pokemon cards. Lucas has 37 Pokemon cards. What's the difference between the number of Pokemon cards that they have? Think about another way we can ask this. Think about another way we can ask this. Think about that comparing vocabulary, and we're going to get deeper into that in our next lesson. We could use the term more. How many more Pokemon cards did Mel have? Or we could use less. How many, or how, sorry, or not less, fewer. How many fewer Pokemon cards does Lucas have? Fewer. I'm going to write that clearer. Fewer. So we can ask these comparing problems in different ways. New problem. Nice job. Again, what question could we ask to solve this problem? Mel's friend Carla has 2 snakes. 2 snakes. There isn't even one problem on here. Not even one question. We're going to make some up. Mel's friend Carla has 2 snakes. Her garter snake is 11 inches long. Her boa constrictor is 20 inches long. Think about what questions we could ask to make this a comparing problem, and I'll do my best handwriting. We could ask, how much longer, there's that comparing vocab, is the boa? How much shorter is the garter? And then, what is the difference between the lengths of the 2 snakes? I know you guys came up with that. Really important that we're able to create problems based on different situations. Awesome job, my friends. Math is the key to success. Back to the virtual classroom. See you there.
Come get it, bro. Yeah! Huh. Huh. You guys didn't think I'd be outside, but I was again. Okay, just wanted to show you that cool trick that Brody Toothless can do. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the lesson. We learned all about takeaway problems. It's like takeout meals. It's like what we're doing in quarantine. We're supporting those local businesses and doing some takeout for our food where there's a change. Something's being taken away. We spend something, we lose something. But with our comparing problems, there is no change. We just have to find the difference between the numbers. Okay, there's only 3 pages today for our activity section. Choose the problems that best fit you and your math skills. I highly suggest getting a piece of paper and a pencil and copying them down. I think that will be easier than to use the Seesaw tools for this. So let me know when you are finished. Let me know if you have any questions. There's Rosebuds over there. And we are here to help you. We are totally here to help you. Please send us a picture of your work when you're done. We're really excited to see it. And we hope you have a lovely, sunny California Wednesday. See you guys next week for week 6. Wow, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Go, Dragons, go!